The year is almost over, at least for you. For me it's November, because I'm getting started and I have no idea how to start. Let me give you some context. This is an advent calendar. I feel like I'm tripping. Advent calendar. Advent calendar.
Advent calendar.
Fun thing, I didn't know if it was just a thing in German tradition or if the rest of the world has it too. Like America, if it's like a thing in America. As you can see, I made it myself. I'm actually kind of proud of it, but I'm also annoyed by it, because actually I was planning to do it in a day. And being the person that I am, I was lying in bed, I was thinking I'm gonna make this calendar tomorrow and then I'm gonna continue with my other projects. I was almost asleep, eyes closing, and then I thought I'm gonna make it 3D and all of the doors are gonna be different. And as always, the effort was way bigger than I had planned. But now it is finished. It has 3D elements. It has kind of a wizardry aesthetic. I was trying to go for that at least. And the insides are quite colorful. I'm gonna show you a picture of when it wasn't closed yet. Here it is. Very colorful. And yeah, I broke the handle of this door and I can't get it out. Funny enough, on the day of starting this video, the weather kind of drastically changed. Oh my god, beautiful, isn't it? I wanna bite into it, but not here. Only in the middle of the mountains. If you stumble upon this video on coincidence, I'm gonna explain to you what I want to do. It is pretty obvious that I want to fill this. But basically I'm planning to make 24 short videos, and each video is gonna be building a miniature element into this bookcase. So for example, first I need to make the floor and the walls out of wood, and then in the first door of the calendar there's gonna be some popsicles, some wooden popsicles. I always try to recycle stuff as much as I can, but yeah, I do actually not have enough stuff in my recycle box, so I have to go buy some stuff. I'm not quite sure what to buy yet. I have made a list for each single day with what element to build, materials, and notes for the story, because there's gonna be a little story with it. Basically, I'm building a little cabin, and first it's kind of cozy, there's a chimney, and then you find out that it's actually cursed. I'm gonna explain more later. I am only missing a few things. And yeah, one more thing, I'm trying to avoid to cut anything with my laser cutter. I don't know why exactly, but I want more of a challenge. Why am I holding scissors? Yeah, as you can see, I'm pretty uncoordinated still. So let me go. I'm not gonna film in the store, because I don't feel like that's right. Ich wurde gerade angehupt, weil ich bei einer roten Ampel stehen geblieben bin. I was also thinking of like buying some decorations to decorate my shelf, obviously. I am here, I am parking, and it is raining. I think I'm actually gonna use my umbrella. Thank you for being my passengers. We'll see each other soon. It is raining. You know, I always forget where I park my car, so I had to wander around and look for it. And that's not the best thing to do in the rain. And yeah, I went to the dollar store. There's so much stuff in there. I was really tempted to buy a lot of things, which I did not buy. I don't know why, but they have quite a lot of miniatures. I don't remember them having that before, but they had like bottles. They even had a set of kitchenware and whatever comes to your mind. I was close to buying one of these, but then I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna do them myself. I just bought the base materials and a bit of this. I'm gonna show you what I bought, but first I'm gonna drive back to my studio. It feels like a sauna in here. Oh my. One moment. Right, like I said, I bought quite a lot of wood. I needed thin popsicles. I bought 2 sets because I didn't know if it would be enough. Then I wanted to buy wooden sticks because I want to build a ladder. As you can see, they're not as thin as they could have been. Like a tiny bit thinner and it would have been perfect. I bought them anyway, and then these little sticks. They're not round, but I think I can do stuff with these. Then some stretchy bands, unrelated to this project, and a canvas, unrelated to this project. Some glue, because mine is empty, and more glue, because it's a different one. And then lastly, I don't know if I'm gonna use it for this project, but I have found nano tape. It's transparent, it's super thick tape, and I've seen people do really cool stuff with it, and maybe I can even use it in this project. Maybe not. And of course, something for my background. Actually, where's my lights? I have lights. Ta-da! I think I'm kind of gonna arrange these somehow. It will look kind of nice. Give me a bit of time. Ta-da! How do you like it? We have lights, we have snow, we have a winter feeling. I want to make 24 shorts out for my advent calendar, but I don't know how to film it, like vertical, horizontally, how much content is gonna be shown in this video, how much content is gonna be shown in the shorts. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, as always. I'm gonna figure it out. For now, I'm just gonna treat it like a normal video. That was necessary, that hurt my soul. Now I can properly access it. In the first door, there's gonna be wood, because I want to make wooden walls. Here's a sketch of how I want it to look. I also made it in 3D. Number one is this right here. It's supposed to look like a book bag. It's still empty, which I'm gonna change. So, fortunately, these have the right length. Oh. How do these fit so well? I did not measure it or plan it. I did not even buy these because of the actual length of the door. That is pure coincidence. Right, I'm gonna record a separate clip where I'm just opening this, which is important for the shorts. Now, I'm planning to make kind of a loft with 2 levels, and there's gonna be 2 windows. One here, one here. What I don't know yet is how thick this material exactly is and if I can cut through it. We will see. I was planning to make a window on this wall too, but it's too narrow. One window up here, another window down here. I hope the dimensions are okay. I have no idea. As you can see, I did not measure anything out. And we're through. Seems like the wall is layered. I'm gonna be honest, this was easier than expected. But I have to cut out the other one. Yay. Cutting down all of the wood, arranging it, and gluing it took some time. But eventually I got there. I mean, I want there to be as little gaps as possible. I want it to look good. And it was definitely the right decision to buy 2 packs. And once everything was arranged, it was finally time for the part I was waiting for. So I took my watercolors, chose a nice shade of brown, and glazed it over the wood multiple times. And also later some darker brown for the shading, and it made the whole thing come alive properly. I cannot describe how much I love this shade of wood. It's so cozy. I love my wood. You might have noticed that one wall is different, which is the one on the side here. And of course it's on purpose. Here the popsicles are supposed to look like wooden beams framing a white wall. But I didn't just want to paint the blank space white. It kind of would have been too boring. So I simply took some kitchen towel, cut it in the shape of the blank spaces, and glued them between the wood. Once the glue was dry, the black surface still kind of showed through. So I just coated it in white acrylic paint and done. This is the first day of December, the first door. And yes, I left one wall empty, and that's what I'm gonna take care of now. This is where things are maybe getting a bit more complicated. First of all, I don't like the green light. I want something more cozy. Now, I need this box, and before I open it, listen. Okay, it's not quite as noticeable. What might be in here? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Wooden pellets that we use for the toilet, for the bunnies. Of course. They're already cut in little rectangles. And maybe I should tell you what I want to do. The last wall is gonna be out of stone. And there's also a stove. No, a chimney, an oven, a fireplace. There's gonna be a cobblestone kind of looking fireplace, and these are gonna be the stones. I can just kind of arrange them in a way that looks good, and then I can just paint it. That's it. You get really creative if you want to avoid unnecessary work. I can already see it coming. It will take a lot of time anyway. And maybe I'm gonna make a mess. The base of the oven was actually really easy to make. I just combined cardboard and leftover EVA foam pieces. And yeah, that was the easy part, because first of all, not all of those little wood pieces are fit to be bricks, so I had to sort a lot of them out, which took a lot of time. And once it was done, it did not get easier, because those things are so tiny that gluing them to the base without using tweezers was not a fun activity at all. But I kind of managed. If you look at it like that, it looks unimpressive. But of course, I'm someone who trusts the process, so I covered it in black acrylic paint, then painted the bricks different colors, and then dry brushed over it with gray and white acrylic paint. And that's it. That's our chimney wall, and honestly, I'm proud of it. It perfectly fits into the house, and now the walls are completed. What is not completed yet is the windows, of course. We still have empty holes. And since I want the window glass to be frozen from the outside, I took out my Dremel with some simple sanding paper paper on top and basically sanded the windows down from the edges all the way to the center. Because if you look at it like this, it looks frozen. It's actually a really simple way for a frozen window effect. And to make it a bit more charming, I assembled some window frames, which I of course also painted in a dark brown. And even though they're a bit uneven, I love the look, honestly. Now we're almost done with the base, but one thing that's still missing is the second floor, which was actually really simply done by just gluing some popsicles to a paper base, painting them, and gluing it in there. And of course we also need a door, which I put on the second floor because it makes more sense there. You will see that later. The fun thing about the door is that I went through my wooden sprinkles and found this piece here. I personally think it's perfect to serve as a door handle. And now of course we need a way to get up to the second floor, and since the space here is pretty narrow, I decided to make a ladder. It's also more easy to build than stairs. I thought this was gonna be the simplest piece, but it wasn't. I struggled a bit with the glue, but no one has to know that. Well, I just told you, so everyone knows now. I kind of used the same method again, and we have wardrobe hooks. I didn't want to leave it completely empty, so I cut apart some green fabric. And yes, I actually sewed some of the pieces together with a needle and thread. And a bit of fabric glue was also involved. Look at the size of this jacket. It's adorable. All I had to do was just adding some withering, which looks very noticeable here, but once it was dried, it got really faint, which is the exact effect I was aiming for. And this is my wardrobe. Good morning! This is a rather unusual angle, but I want to show you something. I do not know where my sister got this from, but she gave it to me, and it's really soft. And the thing I think is really funny is that I need just a really tiny piece of the edge here, because I think it would be perfect to make some cushions. I'm not even sure what is next, but I think the bed. Hello everyone, I'm your dungeon master, and I'm gonna build a bed now. Oh my god, there was synthetic hair on it. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh, this is actually really comfortable. I like it. Well, there's a lot that happened. It's December 12th. We're halfway there. I'm a bit more than halfway there, which is good because I haven't missed a single day. Whew, it's quite a lot of work. The ice curse has already spread, by the way. And now I want to add a few pictures. There's definitely gonna be one up here, one here, and one here. I could technically do mini paintings, but for the sake of the detail, what I'm actually gonna do is take pictures and then print them like this tiny. And the pictures have a little story to tell. Basically, the person who lives here is a herbologist, like a person that has knowledge about plants, loves plants. So I'm gonna put pictures of plants there and pictures of me with plants. I'm gonna take apart my background. I have to make it believable. This is basically a person who just loves plants so much. They have to hang up paintings and pictures all over their home. I'm gonna print them. And so it is finished. Merry Christmas Eve. In Germany, we celebrate Christmas today, so this is gonna be the last video and the end of the series. So, what is today's element? Many people have been speculating that there's gonna be a tree, but I will actually not add one. There's literally not enough space here. Instead, I'm gonna add one really simple element only. I just need to cut down some packaging material and place it into the chimney. Why is that? Well, I can finally reveal to you what I've been hiding since the start. There's actually an opening right on the side here, because now I can just put any source of light in here and we have a glow in the fireplace. A really faint glow, but it is there. The harsh reality is we will probably never get rid of the ice curse. It's there and it's freezing everything around it. The only thing left to do seems to be to just adjust to it and try to live with it. So we're trying to make it more comfortable, even if it's the smallest fire with even the smallest amount of heat. I know that this ending might be anticlimactic for some of you, which I can understand, but to me it just feels right. Looking back, I'm proud of what I have created, and I hope you enjoyed the series. I didn't miss a single day. I've gotten quite a lot of feedback from you guys, and I have to say, I'm really glad that you liked it. And the reason why I made these videos was kind of fulfilled, because for those of you watching every single day, it worked just like an advent calendar, and I'm happy that it worked. I honestly don't know what more to say, because there's so many projects coming up. I've been working on 3 videos at the same time, which all haven't come out yet. I will probably publish them next year, because yeah, it's a lot. And I don't know what to say, because my head is like And yeah, if you want to, you could give me feedback what kinds of videos you like most of me, like long form, short form, crafting, not crafting, anything. And yeah, the only thing left to say is that I will go on hiatus. Wait, that word doesn't sound like a word in my head. Hiatus? I will take a break until January, because the last time I took one was 6 months ago. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a nice day, evening or night or end of 2025. And bye! I'm not gonna be gone for too long, I swear. Ooh.